Welcome to Arthur L. Williams Stadium in Lynchburg, Virginia, home to the Liberty Flames. As we'll see a squad from the Big 12, the Cincinnati Bearcats, taking on one of the top teams in this conference, the Liberty Flames. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. And the Bearcats will get us underway with the opening kickoff. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Flames offense will go on the attack first. And Jesse, they've got a quarterback that if he can get into a rhythm can certainly make plays for his team.
Here's the thing about him, too. He's not the most consistent guy. He's not the most talented quarterback in the country. But when he's hot, he's really, really tough to stop, David. It's important they get this guy going early.
Yeah, and it's not just him. Like, the offense has to, around him, play well. They've got to protect him. Receivers have to make plays. The running game would be good to get going. So it's got to be a team effort because then he can really be at his best.
It'll be a 1st and 10 from the 29. On the ground, it's quick. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Well, they're trying to get that run play going to the outside, but it's the defensive end who does a great job winning his one-on-one and forcing the negative play.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Leads it with the back. Defense there to stop him after a 2-yard gain to the 31.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the 1st.
The Flames trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Catch in the middle, it's Fareed. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the 1st down.
In college football, you see this a ton now. You use a quick passing game, basically as the running game. Get a few yards, get your offense ahead of the sticks, keeps it on pace for success.
That was almost picked off, and what a disaster that would have been to throw a pick on the opening drive. Instead, it's 4th down. Oh, a big decision here early as they leave the offense on the field in their own territory. They want to keep this opening drive alive. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. Back to throw, it's Longo. Gonna let it fly. He's got it. And he was dying to push his way in there, but he's knocked down at the 3.
He came into this year with big expectations. Everybody expecting him to stat it up. And now with that last completion, he's already over 2,000 yards passing for the season.
Wants to throw it. Looking for the score. Touchdown, Liberty. Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
You love as a head coach to watch your offense take the field and establish a rhythm and consistency the way they did there. Everything they dialed up was working to perfection. They go 10 plays on the opening drive and cap it off with a touchdown.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So the Cincinnati Bearcats offense taking the field. First chance we have to see them today. And they are coming off a sensational performance led by this quarterback who's hoping he can build on things, Jesse.
Well, I know, having played the position, when you have a big game, you just can't wait to get back out there again and build on that performance. David, last time out, he was making the right reads. He showed off his arm talent. He had this offense moving up and down the field and finding the end zone. And you know he's excited to take on this defense today.
Yeah, and talking to the defensive coordinators coming in this football game, like, they're not going to do what happened last week. Like, you can't sit back and make the coverages easy for him to diagnose. He'll pick you apart like he did last week. Look for some change-ups and some curveballs for this defense.
Ball's at the 27. This offense facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws for the tight end. Oh, floated high, and it's intercepted. Not a lot on the return, but they can live with that as they've got it at the 49. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. To the air, it's Longo. Quick completion on the out. At the 35, he's open. And he was on his way, and they get him down at the 30.
Get the big-time receiver involved early in the game. That's a huge key for this offense, no matter who they're playing against. But you can see, with his size, with his ability after the catch, this guy is a weapon, and he's putting this defense on alert early.
Running to Green. Oh, he's got some space. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down. And the Flames have pushed it inside the 20. To the ground, he's got it again. Wrestled to the ground, but he's inside the 10 and down to the 9. Going to work on 2nd down, and the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Power football with the run. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Flames.
And this running back is so dangerous down close to the end zone. He's got wiggle, he's got great vision and burst, and he showed all of those attributes right there.
And the extra point makes it 14-0. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll start this drive going to the air. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked 1 time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
Finds a soft spot in the middle. At the 40, there he goes. And the defense was on its heels after that long completion. The Bearcats headed quickly to the line.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them.
Nice job by this defense creating that negative play. That's what all defenses want to do. But look at this. This offense, they ain't scared. Right back on the ball, ready to run another play, ready to make this defense.
Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47. As they get set to snap and time winding down here in the quarter. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Fires to the tight end. They'll knock him down right at the 35-yard line. Still a lot of ground to cover to get to the first down marker. Both teams made no secret they wanted to target their big play receivers, and they've done just that in the first. They largely dominated the first quarter and built a nice lead to get started. Now on 4th down, here comes the field goal team. He's going to reach for a long one, a 52-yard attempt. Right down the boulevard. Now the lead is down to 11. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Week to week, it's so tough to figure the Mountain West, which is why this one is notable. Fresno State is down, but they are not out of it. Not there inside Bulldog Stadium, one of the more enjoyable places to watch a game in all of college football. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Hawaii. We've got our finger on the pulse of everything in the Mountain West and all around college football. Guys?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Looking to throw, it's Longo. Hauls it in, and he'll be smacked to the ground.
When you play zone coverage and you got a wide receiver that's a beast, it becomes very, very difficult. Got to make sure I play physical and maybe even shade the side of the wide receiver having a lot of success.
And good use of the hands from the defense to deflect the pass on third down.
Well, the defense finally has figured it out. That was critical for their confidence because they had been scored on earlier. They had given up a ton of yards. I think they understood the gravity of the situation.
Makes a grab past the marker. He's run out of bounds, but he's got enough to move the sticks. The Flames have it with a 1st and 10. They're going to run it. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game.
Turning it on! They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the 1st down. And the Flames are moving quickly down the field. On the run, it's quick. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Don't you love energetic defenses that fly around, that make things happen? The ones that get in the backfield, the running back tries to go somewhere. Where do you want him to go? There is nowhere to go. Nice job by the defense creating the tackle for a loss on 1st down.
Catch in the middle, it's Fareed. And they'll stop him just short of the 1st down, just inches away from moving the sticks. The Flames come to the line trying to find a way to convert on 3rd and very short. Finds his man down the middle. They'll pick up enough yardage for the 1st down. They've got it at the 30. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw, it's Longo. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. Defense has to be frustrated. The offense keeps matriculating and matriculating and matriculating the ball down the field. Finds his target down the middle. And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there. And the Flames come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. They'll run for it on 3rd and short. Knocked down in the backfield, and that'll bring up 4th down.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Converts on 4th down, and he's still going. The change will move, and they'll have 1st and 10 from inside the red zone at the 18. The Flames have taken it inside the 20. The give on the inside. Got some room, headed to the goal line. He'll get that one all the way down to the 4-yard line before he stopped. We're at the 2-minute timeout. They've built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. And the Flames have it with a 1st and goal. They'll go to the air. Looking for the goal line. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Liberty. They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown.
Really nice job working the route, getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And he's coming out of the end zone. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. They'll start this drive going to the air. Slings it downfield. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And a pickup of better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down. Wants to throw on first down. He finds a dead spot in the middle. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down.
For the offense.
Wants to go up top on first down. Pocket breaking down. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. They've already racked up big sack numbers. It's starting to snowball, and they are ready to go again. Second down, they'll go to the air. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
You got to wonder about the play call there. Third and long, hoping to catch the defense off guard, napping, but they weren't fooled. They made a play, got the tackle for loss. Now you've got 4th in California.
Fields the punt and looking for daylight. He gets a block. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Dropping back, it's Longo. Lets it fly deep downfield. Touchdown Flames! They won it all, and that is exactly what they got.
And this is blowout city. This offense has been up and down the field. We've seen explosive plays. They score again here right before halftime. I don't know, guys. I mean, can we do running clock in the second half?
Cincinnati, 3.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Final seconds of the first half. Let's see if they can pull off a little magic. They'll run it from the gun. Shut down in the backfield again, and that might do it here in the half. And what a way for this defense to wind up the quarter. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Thanks, guys. A memorable first half of football so far today in Lynchburg. And how do we possibly begin without singing the praises of this receiver? His ability to find gaps, run textbook routes, and then show that breakaway speed. He simply is the total package. How this secondary responds, whether they try to double team him or get aggressive at the line, that'll be the story of this second half. And with that, let's send it back to the fellas at the Bill Arthur L. Williams Stadium.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the second half here. The Flames will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. He'll bring it out. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Here comes brings the Cincinnati offense back on the field. Got blown out in the first half and now just desperate to find anything to generate momentum here in the third quarter.
It just starts with one.
And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line. And the Bearcats have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. And a mile. Back to pass. Makes the grab. And the defense makes a big hit and knocks him down. And the Bearcats come to the line on third down, trying to keep this drive alive. Single back formation, and they give it to him. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. The punt team makes its way onto the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Wants to return it. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. Liberty takes over the Flames, sending the offense back onto the field. Looking downfield, it's Longo. That's caught. It's quick. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
A lot of smiles right now on this offense. They've got a big lead, and they're just having fun out there. They're still throwing the football. These receivers are still getting open. Pass protection is still great. This quarterback's thinking to himself,
breaks into the open. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
it's so nice as an offense to know you can generate explosive plays by handing the football off to this guy. He has got incredible...
Looking downfield on first down. Just a short pass to the tight end. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. And the Flames have it with a 1st and 10. Going to the run. It's quick. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. The Flames with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. 2nd down, he'll throw it. He's got it and still on his feet. Touchdown, Liberty! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. If this dude were a kitchen knife, he would be slicing tomato soup. Oh, they block it. That's a live ball. He can take it back for 2. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Bearcat offense ready to go back to work. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Fires left. Makes a connection. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a 1st down at the 37. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on 1st down. Finds his man. Stopped at the 47 after a 10-yard gain. Here comes the offense on 1st and 10 from the 47.
And 1st down for the offense.
And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
Man, I think this quarterback needs to take his offensive line out for dinners more often because they're not protecting him. And sometimes it doesn't even look like they're trying. That now the 6th sack of the game for this defense.
He's knocked down behind the line of scrimmage again, and this just hasn't been his day. Nowhere to run. Here they come, facing 3rd and long from the 40. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Complete to the right. Steered out of bounds at about the 36-yard line. A big pickup, and they are threatening. Handoff from the gun. Very little running room, if any, and he just hasn't had anywhere to go in this one. The Bearcats now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. It's complete to the left. Snowed under by the defense.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
They'll run the sneak for it.
3rd and 1, everyone knows it's coming, but the quarterback sneak is so hard to stop. They just got to get 1 yard. Nice job by the offensive line.
Well, a really good push by his center on that last play, making it easy for his quarterback to just tuck the football, belly it, get low, and drive your legs.
Not much to show for it. This defense has kept them bottled up all day. That's the end of the period. Liberty is on top. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive 4th quarter comeback. They had a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
It's pretty obvious. This defense came into this one knowing they were going to have to play a complete game until there were zeros on the clock, especially against this quarterback. You cannot take your foot off the gas. And that's exactly what they're doing here. Late in the 4th quarter, they're still bringing it, and they get another sack.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. They thought they had a good plan, but it did not work. To the air, it's Longo. Pulls it in, it's Fareed. And the Flames can really attack on this 2nd and short. Looking to fire. He's going for the big play. Catch in stride inside the 15. He's brought down the one. A play for this offense, and they'll have it at the 12-yard line.
You know, I love offensive coordinators that want to stay aggressive, and they've come up with big plays all game long. It's a big reason why they have this lead right now, and they're not backing off here in the 4th quarter. They're letting their guys go play. The entire playbook is open to them, and they're taking shots.
They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Looking for space. It's quick. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. The throw to the outside is complete. Doesn't quite make it to the 1st down marker. He's a yard short.
Oh, you know, that's one as a quarterback. You've thrown the completion, and you're like, dude, can you just turn around and make one guy miss and go get the first? Or can you just stretch out and get the 1st down? You need your guys to have a little bit more awareness where they are in the field on that play. And even though they got the completion, it's not enough to pick up the 1st. And now you're staring 4th down right in the face.
Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Finds his tight end. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on 1st down. And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7. The Bearcats trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. He's knocked down behind the line of scrimmage again, and this just hasn't been his day. Nowhere to run. And whatever they did on 1st and 2nd down, don't do that anymore. 3rd and very long coming up. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, but whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them, because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front 7 has dominated this entire game.
This offense has it with really good field position. Back to throw, it's Longo. Immediately fires to the middle.
Nice job by the receiver on the in route there. And how about the speed after he made his break? He was able to actually separate a little bit from the DB, helping out his QB on that one.
The officials stopped the clock for the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is that much closer to victory. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Throws toward the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete, going for broke on 2nd down, but 3rd down's coming up. The Flames are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Caught close to the marker, it's Fareed. Got enough to move the sticks. 1st down from the 17.
Well, this guy's been a go-to guy for this offense all game long. We've seen that here on a critical 3rd down late in the game with the lead. Guess who shows up with another big one? That guy.
To the air on 1st down. Right on the money. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Back to pass. Grabbed over the middle. It's Fareed. That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike. And they're still firing away even with this lead. And he takes it in on the final play of the game. You played through the echo of the whistle, and they did that with the sealing touchdown. Well, this one had all the suspense of a bug hurtling his way toward a windshield, and they did splatter them. An absolutely dominating performance.
Got to give the coaching staff a ton of credit. They obviously had their guys ready to play and motivated right from the opening kick. All three phases we saw just spectacular football. No mental mistakes, David. You really can't play better than that.
Nah, it's really fun to do this. Come out and just dominate opponents. Start from finish. Nothing to worry about. You just know you're better. You're going to do you, put up a bunch of points, and win by a lot of points.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For